Lies of P is a wonderful game. It pays homage to a classic fairy tale that all of us know, while making it a Souls-like experience, taking inspiration from Sekiro and Bloodborne. And I loved it. Also, my name is Cambrodia, and if you are watching this, please subscribe and like, because that would mean a lot. I love making these videos, and I would like to keep making them if I could as a full-time thing. So, thank you for watching, and enjoy the video, man. But besides making me lose my mind, can I have a chance, bro? Fuck off, dude. I was so out of the fucking range of that attack. Eat my ass. Are you fucking me, dude? Stop! What? It's a Souls-like, and I love Souls-like. So, I wanted to play it, I got on it, and I played through it, and it is the most FromSoft feeling game that is not a FromSoft game I have ever played. I mean, the level design, the movesets, the combat is all eerily similar feeling. And not only in the combat either. Whenever I mention level design, I mean how some chests and bonfires are placed almost as intentional traps for you to go to, only for the devs to put an enemy somewhere on the outside of your screen that you can't quite see it yet, and it jumps at you, attacks you, punishing you for not checking your corners. And whenever you play it, if you've played a Souls game before, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Healing is also similar to that of an Estus flask, but instead you get these kind of battery cells that recharge your puppet. And while all of this is very unique, I completely think that Lies of P has its own complexities that make it its own game, and it earns a place somewhere in this Souls-like genre that a lot of people will come to love. First of all, the look of the game is something that I absolutely love. It's set in a late 19th century European town with a major twist. Humans have a major breakthrough in technology and can then make puppets to do their jobs for them and make their life easier. It's so unique with some of how its weapons look and how over the top it is with its bosses, its overall level design, its architecture, all of it. It's wonderful. And whenever I mean weapons, I am a strength build, so I do have the girthiest and biggest swords in the game. Bosses, NPCs, items, all have this automation kind of uncanny feeling that makes you feel uneasy for the majority of the game. And I came to really like that because I like the horror genre as a whole, and making a Souls-like with that kind of uncanny, uneasy feeling to the player is something that I really enjoyed, and I understand if not everyone likes that, but I was a big fan of it. Now, the gameplay feels great. The combat is kind of similar to that of Sekiro and Bloodborne by some of the mechanics it has. Like Sekiro, you can perfect parry an attack, and the enemy's health bar will glow white, indicating that if you heavy attack them, they will stagger. But this window doesn't last forever, and it goes away very quickly, so you better be one speedy boy, because it goes away, and they will fucking punish you for that. They will absolutely make sure you go back to the bonfire or stargazer and think about the decisions that you have made. Now, along with this staggering and perfect parrying effect, it also has a similar mechanic to Bloodborne, where whenever you get hit, you have a chance to hit the enemy back to regain some of this health. However, it does take more thought into account because this only occurs while you are blocking. You get hit while you got your sword up, you're fine. You'll lose some health, but you can gain that shit back, homie. But if you unblock and you get hit, you're losing everything. You're gone, man. You're out of here. And this works really well with one another, as it promotes this aggressive play style, but you still have to be thoughtful about what your movements are. And this will absolutely test you as a player. You will need to learn all of the movesets of each boss, you will need to learn the perfect timing for the perfect parrying, and you will need to adapt to every fight and every situation that you're in, because you can't just play all one play style. You have to think critically about what you want to do, because once you commit to that attack, you can't take that shit back. Didn't even mean for that to rhyme, but that kind of went hard. Now, this game does have a unique mechanic of its own that is much present here than other FromSoft games. Weapon durability is a much more major player here than Dark Souls, Sekiro, any of those. In a fight, your weapon's gotta be made of like fucking like Legos, dude, or toothpicks or glass because it breaks so easily. Luckily, you play as Pinocchio, and Pinocchio has a grindstone. You can use this to repair your weapon mid-fight, although you do have to be very careful about whenever you choose to do this, because it will take up a lot of time, and if you do it at the wrong time, your shit's getting rocked, you're getting mollywopped, you're getting ganged up on, you're getting L'd, you're getting called trash. Another very unique feature that Lies of P has is weapon assembly. Now, this is so fucking cool to me, dude. So you can take any hilt of weapon and any blade of a weapon or any main damage dealing part of a weapon, and you can do them. You can assemble them together. Now, the handle will change the moveset of the weapon, and the blade or the hitting part of it will change kind of its stats, its slashing abilities, its stabbing abilities, what kind of damage it does, and all of that jazz. And you can mix some of these movesets and these damages to make whatever kind of weapon you want, and it works surprisingly well. And it's fun, and it works, and it's sick. And this really allows you to create kind of your own playstyle if you really want to and expand on what the game has to offer. And I am sure, because this game has not been out for very long at all, I am sure there's going to be some broken ass builds that come out within like the next month or so. Mark my words, dude. It's going to happen. And once you start to learn that balance and what the game's actually asking of you, and you master that boss and beat it, it is a most gratifying feeling, and it's wonderful. And you only get that feeling from these kinds of Souls-like games that really test you to see whether you can learn it on its own terms. I tried to play this game like it was another Souls game, like Dark Souls or Sekiro or Bloodborne. I got fucking decimated. Like, how do you expect me to go through two different for like 10 hours straight? Because I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to learn it, and then it finally clicked. And if you're a Souls player, you know what that means. Once one of these games clicks with you and you start actually learning what it wants, it's a very rewarding feeling that you don't get from any other game. I've beaten a lot of the Souls games, alright? Hell, I even have a tattoo of it. I have the Abyss Watchers on my arm. And some of these bosses are ridiculous, man. You're gonna spend hours learning what this boss wants from you, what its weaknesses are, when you can attack, when you definitely cannot attack, what weapons you should be bringing in, what items you should be throwing at it, what buff you should be bringing in, maybe if you want to use a Spectre. These bosses will absolutely test you, and they're gonna ask for different things from you. This isn't like a traditional boss game where they're all kind of the same and have different health bars. No. These bosses are gonna test you for each of the skills that you need to learn in order to beat this game. Whether that be attack timing, dodging, perfect parrying, whether you can stagger the enemy fast enough, what game knowledge you have, what you know you can get away with. And the boss design is amazing, and they're all great boss fights, and you'll love them whenever you're fighting them and after you beat them. And they have the same level of soundtrack here as the Souls games. I mean, just listen to this boss soundtrack, man. And I mean, this even goes for the normal game too. This isn't just the boss soundtrack. Listen to this soundtrack as well, just you can collect in the game. Close your eyes. Overall, I love this game, and I think it has cemented a really high place in the Souls-like genre. If you like Souls-likes, you like Dark Souls, Sekiro, Bloodborne, Elden Ring, any of these games, you will love it. It's going to test you. It's going to see what you're willing to learn about it. You have to play it on how it wants to be played. You can't force it. You can't really cheese it. You're going to have to just commit. And it's worth every second of it. But I think that's really about all I wanted to say. Always remember to love one another. Always remember to take care of each other. And I will see you guys next time. My name is Cambodia. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day.